Good day, everyone. Good day. Today is just woke up Wednesday. Now we have reset in EU as well, so it's time to open some vaults and to talk about what's happening in this reset, especially in Mythic Plus. We also have the news, which isn't really news, about the nerf that isn't happening for Destruction Warlock. We are getting, as we said already before, in case people forgot, we are getting a bunch of buffs to Affliction, to Vengeance, and to Guardian tanks. Those are still happening this week. They are not really going to affect too much, particularly the tanks, because, well, the damage buff they have received is very, very small, so it's likely not going to impact anything. There are some voices, there are some whispers about Affliction now simming quite highly. We will see if it is actually true and if this will actually change anything for Warlocks. I'm not too sure. That being said, I have to go and pick up, as usual. I can't fucking orient myself in Oribos. I have to go and pick up my vault, of which I have 2 options today. I gave up on the third one due to laziness and due to a few too many disbanded keys. I'm hoping for some cool stuff on the Paladin. I don't think this can be categorized as cool stuff. I think I will go for the shoulders just because I can get a tier set at 278. So I guess this is a good example. Yeah, this is a good example of the what should we call this? The improvement for non-raiders, because now with, where are they? With these shoulders, yeah, I can have a 278 pair of gloves, a 278 pair of set pants, a 278 chest, and now a 278 pair of shoulders of tier set without ever entering not even Mythic, heroic raid. You know, this character hasn't even done anything raid related ever, and still he now will be able to have a full Mythic set of tier, right? So I think it's a good example of allowing good gear for non-raiding. Of course, people will still complain. Some people will still complain because, after all, the last 3 bosses are dropping higher item level, yeah, which is only available in the raid itself. You can't find it in Mythic Plus, but I mean, I would be okay even if I had to stop at 278 without finding these last few increased item levels. Talking about increased item levels, this is what I'm hoping to find on my Shaman, who is having, I think, two options from the raid, from the reclears of last reset, and then 1 option from Mythic Plus, which is not really gonna have any offers for my Shaman at this point, given his item level. Today, by the way, we enter a new Mythic Plus week as well, which is worth pointing out because the Mythic Plus week itself is not too great. Where is it? This one right here. Fortified, bolstering, quaking, and encrypted. We're gonna be talking about it in a minute, right after I get disappointed with my vault on my Shaman as well. I am pretty happy, by the way, with this transmog. Where is it? Here is the list of stuff you want as a transmog. I like the team, the fiery team. Yeah, I think it's pretty fitting all together, so I'm pretty happy with that. So for the Shaman, being 278 item level, almost 279, finding something good from the Great Vault becomes progressively harder, more difficult, yeah. So, for example, at this point, getting offers from my Mythic Plus Great Vault effectively has very few chances to find upgrades. One of the few upgrades available at this point from Mythic Plus is the necklace, which would have to be crit and verse to be better than this one, and that's it. Or a crit and verse shield. So it's very, very unlikely that I will find something. Let's change the loot spec to resto, which it is, and let's go and see if I can find something. As usual, my preferred reward would be a 285 from the raid, which I don't get. This is pretty interesting. Tier set, 278 boots. Well, I can't make use of this. I can't make use of this either. I can make use of this for the transmog. Yeah, that's it. Actually, I could be taking this one for the socket. Yeah, I believe so. I have a socket in the necklace, I have a socket in the helmet, I have double socket in the ring, and I am missing a socket in the other ring though. I have socket in the belt as well. However, this would be transmog, right? And we all know how powerful transmog is. Even if it's an item level increase, obviously it's not going to be a thing because I'm not gonna take away leech and my best in slot stats just for this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna show how much I care for min-maxing and literally give up on a free socket just to get transmog boots. There we go. Where's the set? Okay, so now I'm missing shoulders and that's it, pretty much. Okay, still very disappointing. Still pretty much I'm keeping them only to increase my my max item level and nothing else, because it's not really gonna, they're not really gonna be used because these guys have leech. So good luck beating these guys. So talking about this week of Mythic Plus, this week right here. It's not a good week for anything really. It's pretty bad because, as usual, when you go and look at the affixes in Mythic Plus, you want to look at how much time they can make you waste, how much time they can slow down your key. There are certain affixes that, even if they are bad, even if they are annoying, even if they are frustrating, they are not really going to slow you down. For example, necrotic or spiteful. For as much as you hate necrotic or as much as you hate spiteful, they're not really going to slow you down too much. Meanwhile, other affixes, perhaps you don't even dislike them, but other affixes like bolstering or even like inspiring are going to slow you down because they're going to force you to play in a different way. And generally speaking, that different way means more slowly. And this week with bolstering, that is what is going to happen, unfortunately. So we have our preliminary first day or so of rating of dungeons based on the runs from plus 16 to plus 29, and yeah. However, yeah, that's the point I wanted to make. If you feel a little bit sad for this week, don't forget, where is it? This bad boy right here. Don't forget that this is what we're gonna have in the next couple of weeks. So we have gotten past Spiteful and Necrotic, and now we've just entered Bolstering and Quaking. However, just know that next week is going to be Tyrannical Sanguine and Storming, which is arguably, I believe, the best Tyrannical week. And then Fortified, Raging and Explosive, which is also going to be quite good. Not the best, because Fortified and Raging together can be quite tricky sometimes. They might force you to get perhaps even more hunters than you usually want to, or even an extra druid, which is not that good this season, to get more enrage spells. But the next couple of weeks, in fact even after, even Tyrannical, Bursting and Volcanic is actually still good. So this week is not going to be perhaps that nice, but the next 3 resets in a row are going to have some nice combination of affixes, so that's not too bad. I am still a little bit wary, perhaps a little bit conspiracy theorist now as we get deeper down this patch, and we still haven't gotten any more news about Dragonflight. You know, I wasn't even considering it as we were what the fuck, as we were getting deeper down after the first announcements, that, you know, we would have. Oh my god, this triggers me so much. Ah, if it wasn't for this fucking tree that blocked me, I would have gotten it in time. As I was saying, you know, as soon as we started getting the first bit of news about Dragonflight, I was okay, you know, they're gonna start rolling in. And then we get the announcement, we get the news that apparently Dragonflight is coming out by the end of 2022. So I'm like, okay, so we have to get, you know, we have to get a little bit more sped up in the news, in the announcements for Dragonflight, after the reveal of the first 2 talent trees, or rather the first 2 class talent trees 1 month ago. Actually, it was a little bit over a month ago, the first announcement. Obviously, many people started assuming, well, you know, that's just the start, right? We're gonna start getting this prelude to Dragonflight, where we get a new talent tree every week or something like that. But instead, it's been a month now, and we haven't gotten any more news. And you know, it's a little bit weird, a little bit worrying. I'm usually pretty high. I have been pretty high on copium when it comes to news about Dragonflight, but there is something about this, something weird about this, even about the start of the alpha. I would have assumed that right after the announcement of the pre-orders of Dragonflight, we would have gotten the alpha, and instead it's already been a week basically since the announcement, and still no alpha, which is it's just a little bit worrying. That's all. I'm not in full panic mode yet, but I am getting a little bit, at the very least, confused about this timeline from Blizzard. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say for today, after yet another, I would say, roughly disappointing week of the Great Vault. I got a 6 item level increase on 1 item on my Paladin, and a transmog increase on my Shaman, but that's it's not as good as I wanted it. I'm not gonna complain though. The tier is over. There isn't really much else to min-max your character for, so I'm fine for today as well. With this being said, guys, thank you for watching today's video. Tomorrow we are getting out the video about Dragonflight, something that I have been thinking about often, that has become somewhat of an issue that I hope it won't repeat in Dragonflight. So that's going to be my plea in tomorrow's video. But for today, we can stop here as I continue to try to find these fat fucking pigs on the ground. Thank you guys for watching the video and for helping to contribute to the growth of the channel. You can do it, by the way, also by liking and commenting on this video, as well as subscribing to the channel. No limitations for today. I am too busy trying to find those guys. Also, I am available on Twitter at this address right over here, and you can also support me even more by subscribing to my Patreon as well. That would be very appreciated, almost as much as finding the last one of these guys. Okay, we're good. Thank you guys again. See you guys soon, and in the meantime, I don't even know why I'm still doing this. It's almost like muscle memory, reflex by this point, just every day doing these war quests.